India has managed to preserve and conserve most of their wildlife biodiversity, I would say. Many of the countries have lost their biodiversity. When we say that, we don't eat fish for a particular period of time in our country, we also know that it's breeding period. So Shravan Mahina, we don't eat.
Yes. A lot of your work focuses around the communities. Let's talk more about that.
So community trust building is a very important part of conservation, which somewhere slowly we are now realizing, but it needs to be more and more part of conservation program. While we were working in Bandhavgarh with the communities, local communities, Pardis is a very different story because they are nomadic tribes and they move from one place to another. It was one specific community which knew the forest so well that they used to hunt and they knew where the tiger would put its foot. So they were professional hunters, the Rajas, Maharajas, Britishers have used them for game hunting. And they have an unwritten rule where they cannot have two people with the same name. So they came up with names which was more to do with day-to-day things, that they would call themselves Pahad Singh, Nakhun Singh, Rabad Singh. The one line that joins all of these communities for me with the wildlife and forest that I love is the fact that...
So you mentioned that you are happy with how we are able to conserve biodiversity in the country. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
So the Warli tribes in Maharashtra, they talk about worshipping the tigers or leopards. They call it Vaghoba. We also do some kind of awareness program with the kids where we only talk about animals associated with gods and goddesses. So we talk about the turtles, we talk about the crocodile, we talk about owls, how an owl is the used as a vahan for goddess Lakshmi.
What do you see as future of conservation in the country, and what opportunities you think youngsters have?
So I think the future for conservation in India is very bright because